And another thing, when you're doing this, you notice I did curves the first time. When you're redoing it, try to make it look a little bit more angled, more sharp, which is like opposite for everything else. Because if you think about it, I did everything sharp on this side. Why would I do everything rounded on this side? It looks, right ass backwards. So, if it's rounded on the hair, sharpen it. If it's rounded anywhere else, round it. Okay, so that is Vegeta's face and hair. I will do shadows for it at the end of the video. Alright, so moving on to the neck. So the neck is very simple. You just, okay, so from here, from where the ear, jaw, and hair meet, it's kind of funny because this is like a little focal point, which makes it a lot easier. You bring this down to about there. I know what you're thinking. Michael, he doesn't have that long of a neck. No, you're right. But, just keep watching. Have faith. You don't want to go all the way up here for that because look. Because then it makes it look like his face is center and it's not. So, bring it down to about here. And bring that down. And then, we're going to do the little, whatever's. Alright, now, how do we fix the elongation of his neck? Easy, by adding the shoulders. So from here, you go up about a third of the way. You start there, and you don't want to droop down for the shoulder yet. This shoulder will actually be shorter than this shoulder because of the turn his whole body has. So do that about right here. And this side, you do the same thing. You let that go for a little bit longer. Alright. Are we good so far? Great. Alright. I feel bad because where I'm doing this whole video from an iPad, I had to set it up funny. So, I feel kind of bad that you guys are having to watch this upside down. So if you have an iPod or iTouch or iPad or iPhone or something that can lock the spinning of the screen, whatever that's called, lock it and just flip it over, because I feel bad. Alright, so from here we add more guidelines. So here we do a circle that is proportionately correct for the shoulder. Same with this side. And what you want to try and do is make this shoulder smaller than this one. Because again, this is farther away from you. So they are actually supposed to be the same size, but proportionately, this should be smaller than this. Alright, now, so then from this arm, you come down, from the shoulder, you come down. And these guidelines, actually, you use a lot of it, because if you think about it, this is all going to be like bicep and shit. Alright, so you bring that down like that, and you want this to be more bumped up than this, because like I said, it's going to be a bicep. And you bring that, and you bring that. Alright, and then the third one, you use to make forearm. You want it to come. This face is supposed to be more like a frustrated face, or like if he was like arguing with Bulma and Bulma won, and he was like, fuck it, fine, whatever. Alright, so he's got his mouth all grunged up, his nose all, whatever, and his arms crossed. So anyway, do that. bring this around, bring it up, like that. Okay. Now I normally like to do this in almost this entire arm before I even start on this arm, so that's what I'm gonna do. You guys can do different, whatever. Alright, so bring this down like that, and actually go you want to make this little point because your shoulder muscle, I don't even know what the fuck that's called. I need to go back to biology class. That muscle there in the shoulder, that's how it's actually shaped. You erase all that, you're not going to need any of that anymore. And then bring it down like that. So then you use that to draw in the rest of the bicep. And this is basically, you're just going to darken this, basically. You darken it down to where the arm is, the forearm. You then erase this, obviously, and erase all of this shit right there. And bring this down. Once you get past the bicep, you curve it down for the elbow. Right before you get to the bicep, you curve it down for the elbow, like that. This needs to be made a little thicker. Carve that down a little bit because it is going into his other arm. Bring it down like that. You actually don't want to do too much of that. You know, erase that. Do this. This is going to be his glove. His gloves. And that would be the line for the muscle. Okay. Now this arm is pretty much done. So, move on to this arm. Oh, another thing. We are giving him clothes. So let's do a line that disappears right under his chin. So now, what we do is this is going to come straight down. That is going to just go straight into his arm, like that. Just like that, okay. So then, okay. So then, and again with the muscle, you wanna that. Okay. Alright. So then from this you come and erase that motherfucker. That. And again, you're gonna want to do another sharp elbow. So let's face it, Vegeta's not kicking any ass with these round elbows. You know what I'm saying? Which then was too skinny. Alright. Yeah. That looks bad. Alright, let's erase some of that arm and do this. Bulk him up a bit. And then again, let me erase this. The other glove. Alright, time for the other glove. Alright. Basically does that. Alright, so far so good. Now we need to finish up. Alright, so here we do collarbone. Okay. Then, basically find the center of body and draw where his pecs would go in. Okay. Now, seeing as this is not going to be a shirtless thing, obviously, we're going to draw the body armor on. So, you come down to about right here, and do that. Do like that. And bring this straight down. It should come close to the bicep, not quite, but close. So then, we bring this down and stop. Right there. And then, erase that shoulder line. Do it again over here. You want this one to be kind of parallel with the shoulder. Because then, stop. And this one comes straight down. And again, erase that. And connect the dots. Alright, so now we do a line right there. And a line right there. From there we bring this up and over. Basically just follow this. But then when you come to the pecs, this is what I do. I stop there, bring this down. Remember, this line is already there. You continue from there. A little cheat. That's all. Okay, and then of course the lines. Alright, so that is pretty much Vegeta. Alright, yeah. Again, darken your lines. Darken every motherfucking line. Because then when the shadowing comes in, you're going to want to be able to see your fucking lines. Okay. Obviously this will take a little bit longer than the face and hair did because there's more shit to do here. There's more shit, more lines to shade here.